Ballistic Pendulum. The problem is we have a pellet with mass m over here. It's fired with an initial speed v0 into a wooden block of mass m. It's suspended at the end of a light string with a length L. After it strikes the block, it becomes stuck in the block and causes the block to move to the right and swing up like this, kind of like a pendulum. We are to express all answers to the sections of this problem in terms of m, v0, big M, L, g, and theta. This actually used to be used to find out the velocity of bullets coming from a gun or a rifle. We're not doing that here, more peaceful use. We just have a little pellet here that's getting stuck in the block. So we're going to find the velocity of the block after the collision, the block-pellet combination, find the change in kinetic energy of the system after the collision, find the angular displacement, it's up here, theta, of the string, and then find the initial speed of the pellet if the string deflects by theta equals 90. So that means it goes all the way up here. Find the velocity of the pellet block system after the collision. Well, that's happening down here. That is a perfect inelastic collision as the two masses stick to each other afterwards. And we have our initial momentum, which is little m times v0, equals the final momentum, it's the sum of the two masses, and this here, this v little m big M, that's the velocity of the pellet block system, the two masses. And so you can go ahead and solve, and you get this answer here for Vm_m. Find the change in kinetic energy of the system after the collision. So our change in kinetic energy will be the kinetic energy of the pellet block system minus the kinetic energy of the pellet by itself. So here's our combined system. You can see the two masses. And right here, that's just our pellet in the beginning. Now, our answers have to be in terms of these guys up here and also g. So we can't leave that Vm_m right there. Can't leave that. Okay, so let me just erase this. This is getting a little too busy. So we replace it with the value that we found for the velocity of the pellet mass system on the previous slide, and that's this guy right here. And you can see how this is going to cancel with one of these, and we'll still have one left. Then you square the top, you get m squared v0 squared, and then we do a little more factoring, and we come up with this. Now we have to note that the change in kinetic energy will be negative. Kinetic energy is not conserved in an inelastic collision. Some of that energy is transformed into deformation of the block, thermal energy, sound energy, because the friction force from the block is doing negative work on the pellet. Now let's say you got this answer right here, and it's the AP exam. I wouldn't waste a lot of time going to the next step. Okay, if you have time, great. This one here is a lot more elegant, but if you're running out of time, this is certainly a correct answer. Determine the angular displacement theta of the string. We're going to use the trigonometry and geometry on this one. Okay, we're going to take this whole picture here and represent it down here. So what do we have? At the bottom, the block is L from the top. Okay, because the length of the string here is L. So at the bottom, you're at a distance L from the top. And here's our angle theta. Okay, so let's look at this triangle here. This is when the block has swung up to its maximum point right before it starts swinging down again. What would this side be, this side of that triangle? Well, that's L cosine theta. Then, what we'd like to find how high this block goes, this h over here. Well, that's going to be the difference between L and L cosine theta. And here we go. So h, how high the block goes, and we're going to use that for GPE, is L minus L cosine theta. And we'll be using that on the next slide. What we have is the block takes off with a certain amount of kinetic energy. It reaches a maximum height, which means its velocity will be 0, so all of its kinetic energy will transform into gravitational potential energy. That's the statement right here. Here is our kinetic energy of the bullet block system with the velocity right after the pellet gets stuck. And here's going to be our gravitational potential energy. Now the real way to do this problem is to take into account the moment of inertia of this guy and use some rotational motion equations. But we didn't teach that yet, so we're going to leave that out and just do this solution for now. Now it's just a matter of algebra. You can see up here, here's our velocity of the pellet block system from part A, and that'll be substituted into here, and there you go. And then on the right side, we're going to replace H with that L minus L cosine theta that we found. So we have this equation here, and we want to isolate theta, all right, because we want to solve for the angle. So you can check the algebra here, and eventually you come up with this. So theta will be the cosine inverse of this expression right here. So please go ahead and check that, work the last few steps on your own. What is the initial speed of the pellet if the string deflects by theta equals 90 degrees? So that means our system deflects all the way up to there, and we want to find this V0. Let's go back to our conservation of energy equation from a few slides ago, and theta is 90 degrees, so what happens to this term here? Right, goes out. Cosine of 90 is 0. We get this, and once again we do a little bit of algebra, and please check this on your own. It's fun. And there's our initial velocity. So if the pellet has that velocity, it will swing this mass all the way up to there.